Hello, sports fans. This is the Bookmaker Podcast with Art Eftekhari, a.k.a. Mr. Bookmaker, your source for the sports betting industry 24/7. Sit back, relax, and listen as Mr. Bookmaker highlights what's happening right now in the world of sports. So, without further ado, here's your host, Art Eftekhari.
Hey, what's going on, sports fans? Welcome back to another edition of the Bookmaker Podcast. I'm your host, Art Eftekhari. Glad you can join us. Before we get started, get to our website. You know the address, bookmakerinfo.com. That's www.bookmaker-info.com. We got the links to all the best European, Asian, and United States friendly bookmaker sites, and our bookmaker guide is available for you to download. Now, let's get things started off with our A to Z sports betting lingo. Now, what's our word for today? Our word is chalk. Now, what is chalk? Well, you're probably thinking that type of thing that your teacher would use to write on the board, but no. But in betting terms, the word chalk is actually for the favored team, athlete, or horse. Now, with that, let's find out who the chalk is for this upcoming 2018 Major League Baseball season. Yes, it's that time of the year. It is time to get baseball crazy. Let's see what's going on. And I am at topbet.eu or topbet.com. Either way, get to TopBet. Let's take a look at which teams are favored to win the 2018 World Series. Now, right here at the top of the list, comes as no surprise to me that you have the Los Angeles Dodgers. The odds here, positive 550. You know, the Dodgers, they had Game 7 at their own home and lost to the Houston Astros. But then, of course, once again, here you see the Astros listed at positive 550 odds as well. So you got the Dodgers and the Astros as the favorites to win the World Series. And not a shock there because they put on an awesome World Series back in October. Then you also got the Cleveland Indians with positive 850 odds, as well as the Washington Nationals with positive 850 odds. The Yankees are one of the favorites as well at positive 600. And then you got the Chicago Cubs at positive 750. Now, going back to the Cleveland Indians, you know what? You really got to feel sorry for the Cleveland Indians and their fans. And it was just 1 year earlier that the Indians had a Game 7 at home. And out of all the teams they could have lost to, they lost to the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs were able to end that curse of going so long without winning a World Series. So when will the Cleveland Indians end that really long drought? I mean, they even made a movie called Major League many years ago to show the Indians winning. I mean, maybe that was supposed to make the Indians fans feel a little better and have some kind of hope. But those are the odds at Top Bet. Get to them as soon as you can, but I think one team worth taking a chance on, the Anaheim Angels. The odds here, positive 2,000. They still have Mike Trout. You'd never know what can happen. So like I said, get to topbet.com or topbet.eu as soon as you can, and let's get ready for the 2018 Major League Baseball season. And before we continue, make sure you get to our website, check out the latest blogs, show some support, and check out Dan's cricket blog and Patrick's American sports blog. Both guys are working hard, and they always bring you some top quality blogs, so show them some support, please. And also make sure to check out the Mr. Bookmaker football blog or soccer, depending on where you are in the world. Remember, we're getting closer and closer to the 2018 World Cup in Russia. It'll be here before you know it. Now, right, shifting gears now, I'm on William Hill. Recently, it's one of my favorite online bookies. That's www.williamhill.com. First thing is first, it's time to revisit some more Your Odds specials for the 2017-2018 version of UEFA Champions League. We shared some with you last week, but we got some new ones here as well. Now, the first one over here, Real Madrid to beat Juventus in both legs and Ronaldo to score in each leg. The odds for that, 10-1. I think that's a decent one worth taking. Of course, Juventus will want revenge on Real Madrid, but Real Madrid is just so tough and so dangerous, and they are so determined to win another Champions League title. And Cristiano Ronaldo, you may not be a big fan of him. Obviously, I'm not. But he always finds the back of the net, so that's one worth checking out. Next one, how about Liverpool to go through to the semifinals on the away goals rule with an aggregate score of 3-3? That, of course, would involve Liverpool getting past Manchester City, the team that's basically already wrapped up the English Premier League title. Now, if you choose to place a wager on that one, the odds are 33-1. Sounds good, right? 33-1. And you're placing a wager on Liverpool to go through on the away goals rule, and with the aggregate score to be 3-3. You know, this away goals thing really does upset some football fans, but, you know, if you're a fan of Liverpool, you're hoping for any way possible for Liverpool to advance past Manchester City. So pay attention to that one. Now for the next one. This is a big combination one. The odds are 16-1. So first, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester City, and Bayern Munich to reach the Champions League semifinals. That's just part of it, but it would be cool to see the two best La Liga teams, the best EPL team, and the best Bundesliga team to make it to the semifinals. But like I said, that's just part of it. The rest of it, Real Madrid to beat Manchester City in the final. The odds there, 16-1. You know, this would be quite a sequence of events, but let's look at this closely. Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester City, and Bayern Munich have what it takes to get to the Champions League semifinals. And then Real Madrid beating Man City in the final? Of course it's possible. So that's it for the Your Odds specials for this edition of the UEFA Champions League. I'm shifting gears a little bit again, but I'm still staying on William Hill because now I'm taking a look at the Your Odds specials for the FA Cup. Now with the FA Cup, there are 4 teams remaining. Manchester United will play against Tottenham Hotspur. Chelsea will play against Southampton. All 4 teams are from the English Premier League. So there isn't a Cinderella team in the tournament from the lower leagues. That's all done with now. Now, for these special odds available. First, Tottenham not to win the FA Cup. The payout here would be 4-11. Next, Chelsea or Tottenham to win the FA Cup. Odds here show 4-9. And for the last one, Chelsea to beat Tottenham in the FA Cup final. Odds here are 7-2. So get to William Hill as soon as you can. Look for that hashtag, your odds. And once again, the address is www.williamhill.com. Okay, everybody, we are getting closer to wrapping up this edition of the Bookmaker Podcast, but it is time for me to make a small stop at Paddy Power to take a look at some more special bets. You know, the address, www.paddypower.com. Let's see what's going on here. This involves the 2018 World Cup specials. Now, who might possibly be in attendance at an England match at the 2018 World Cup in Russia? First, you got David Beckham with 1-5 odds. I think it's pretty obvious he will make an appearance there. What about Theresa May with 6-1 odds? Jeremy Corbyn with 8-1 odds? Or even Prince William with 10-1 odds? Then you got Boris Johnson with 14-1 odds. Now, one more special bet here. This involves some kind of course, political ramifications, and I think a lot of people will be shocked to hear this. And the question is, will England withdraw from the 2018 World Cup? I'm not going to get into the specifics, but there's been some kind of rumblings going on in the news involving politics. And if you choose no, the odds here show 1-250. If you choose yes, payout here shows 20-1. All I can say is FIFA has said before that they do not mix politics and sports, and I'm pretty sure the English national team will be playing in the 2018 World Cup in Russia. But these are some special bets from Paddy Power, so get to Paddy Power as soon as you can. You know the address, www.paddypower.com. And with that, everybody, it is time to wrap up this edition of the Bookmaker Podcast. Really do appreciate the support. Please make sure you get to our website. You know the address, bookmakerinfo.com. That's www.bookmaker-info.com. We got the links to all the best European, Asian, and United States friendly bookmaker sites. Please download our Bookmaker Guide. It's there to help you. We got steps on how to register, bet, and withdraw. Bottom line is, we want you to take your love of sports to the next level. Show some support to Dan and check out his cricket blog. And also make sure you check out Patrick's American Sports blog. They are working hard. Show them some support. And please check out the Mr. Bookmaker football blog or soccer, depending on where you are in the world. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this edition of the Bookmaker Podcast. We'll see you next time.
This has been the Bookmaker Podcast with Art Eftekhari, a.k.a. Mr. Bookmaker. Thanks for listening. If you haven't already, please show some love by subscribing to this podcast on iTunes or Stitcher. Till next time, this is Mr. Bookmaker over and out.